Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, 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 Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Jaya Gauranika, Jaya Jaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Radhe Vrita. Krishna Krishna. Shivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna. Just like the heart of Vaishnava, topic of Vaishnava etiquette is also in order to follow Vaishnava etiquette, some concepts. Yesterday we had some today. What? It's not working. So today we have to see how a Vaishnava must take a decision so that he is able to follow its purpose. In fact, our life is nothing but a set of decisions. If we take good decisions, then our life is good. If we take wrong decisions, like this, wrong. Especially when we are grown up, we are adults, we have to be very careful about the decision. When we were young, we were kind of safe because the decisions were taken by our loving parents. We never had to worry about it. But as and when we grow up, become adults, we need to take independent decisions. One important decision that we have to be very careful is when we decide a future life, if that decision goes everything is in the truth. We have to be very careful when we make a decision about our home life path. Very, very important. Because that is one relationship wherein we have the freedom to select. Can we select our future children? Can we select our father? If that was possible, then we would have all selected Ambani as our father. Can we select our mother? Can we select our brothers, sisters? Can we select our life partner? That is very, very, very important. that decides the rest of your life. So how should you select your life partner? How should you select your career? So many important decisions we are supposed to make. So we need to know how to make important decisions. Because out of the decisions that we make, there are two types of decisions. One type of decision is revocable, another type of decision is irrevocable. Do you understand? The meaning of revocable and irrevocable. What does it mean? Yes. Certain decisions we can change. We will not suffer much of a damage. For example, can you give an example of a decision that we can change? It won't create much of a damage. We wanted to go to Mayapur. We decided to go by train. But in the last minute, we changed the decision and we decided to go by flight. Does it cause some damage? Not much. Maybe we lose some money. That's it. It's a changeable decision, isn't it? We decided to marry one girl. We married that girl. After 6 months, we found that we made a wrong decision. Can we change it? As per Vedic scriptures, we cannot change. Maybe in modern times they change. They have a name for it, divorce. But Vedas, our scriptures never allow that. There is nothing like divorce in Vedic scriptures. Mahabharata is known as the Panchama Veda. And it is mentioned that there is nothing in the outside world which is not there in Mahabharata. And if you don't find something in Mahabharata, it will not be available in any other scriptures or anywhere else. So that means Mahabharata will have everything in it. But I studied Mahabharata from right to left and left to right, but I never found this concept of divorce. The whole of Mahabharata, there is nothing called divorce. There is not even a word for it. If you ask me what is the Sanskrit word for divorce, what is the Sanskrit word? Is there a Sanskrit word for divorce? There is no word. Sanskrit is such a rich language. It has got a word for everything, but not for divorce. So normally people make decisions based on 5 parameters. The first parameter is tradition. Tradition. You understand what I mean by tradition? People follow something for so many years, and we also follow it. For example, whenever there is a birthday happening in a house for our child, what do we usually do? We buy a cake. And if the child is 5 years old, we buy how many candles? 5 candles. Then we light the candles. Till then, everything is auspicious. Then we will do one wonderful thing. What we will do? 5 times we will blow nicely. We'll ask the child, blow up the light. Is it good to do that? Why do we do that? In the first place, we don't even think. Somebody in the West is doing that because they don't know. Why are you imitating that? It's very inauspicious to blow out the lamp. But we are very, very faithful to our Western brothers and sisters. Without blowing the candle, birthday is not complete. So I did some research on it, and I found that there is no logic to this. Why they are blowing out the candle? There is no logic. Do you know? Anyone of you know why they blow out the candle? You know, Prabhu?
Gone, destroyed. Okay, that could be one reason. But I found somewhere one reference that this practice started in Scandinavia, the country of Scandinavia. There they had a belief that on your birthday, an evil spirit will come. And if you light the candle and blow it off, the evil spirit also be blown out. They had a funny belief like that in Scandinavia. And there is no logic to it. And we are following it so faithfully all over the world. So people take decisions based on tradition. And the next parameter is people take decisions based on the existing culture. For instance, of late, not very ancient, a culture has developed in India that when your marriage is fixed, especially for boys, they should give a bachelor's party to their friends. How many years old is that system? Is it there from the Vedic times? All Agastya Muni, Vasishta, they all gave bachelor's party to their friends. Maybe 30, 40 years. And nowadays, it is a very essential thing. No bachelor's party. Oh, inauspicious. Very inauspicious. You should do bachelor's party. And in the bachelor's party, they distribute Krishna Prasad. They give fruit juices in plenty, that to offer to the Lord. Is that true? Is that true? What do they distribute in bachelor's party? We cannot mention that in the Bhagavatam class. Yeah. Nicely break the 4 regulatives. Then everything will be auspicious. What is the logic? No logic to it, but we very faithfully follow that because there is a culture. So we take decisions based on culture. This is not our culture. They simply call it as culture. It is not at all our culture. And another unfortunate thing that is happening now is, normally when the marriage is fixed, like in Karnataka, they keep that plantain tree in front of the house. What now? Coconut. Oh, here coconut. In Kerala, Tamil Nadu, they keep plantain tree in front of the house. That is how the marriage is solemnized. So once that marriage is fixed, even if the family members are non-vegetarians, they want to cook non-vegetarian food till what day? Till the marriage is over. Even if they are non-vegetarians, they will not cook non-vegetarian food in that house. Is that the system? Yes. But nowadays, when you go for a marriage reception, on the day of marriage, evening, we have reception, no? There are 2 queues lining up. We have 2 queues. One queue is vegetarian queue, going to heaven. Another queue is going to hell. Now, if you don't have that hell queue, it is considered very inauspicious. They look down upon you. You don't have that queue? What reception you are doing? Conjuse fellows. They look at it that way. It is very, very inauspicious. You get sins. The bride and the bridegroom start their new life with a heap of sin. Isn't it? Then how the life will be auspicious? So people take decisions based on so-called culture. This is the second parameter. Third parameter is mood swings. That means people take decisions based on their likes and dislikes. No reference. Simply, I think it is correct, I do it. That's it. For example, suppose I want to get into a college, and then I decide that I will not get into the college, or I will not get into this house on Thursday. I simply decide. So why, Prabhu, you won't get inside? Because Thursday is the unlucky day for me. Which scripture is mentioning that Thursday is the unlucky day? No scripture. Then how did you make a decision? I think like that. Whenever I went out on Thursdays, I got nice beatings from the people. I met with problems. So I made a conclusion that Thursday is unlucky. What is your name, Prabhu? Shankar. How do you spell it? Shonkar. Shumkar. His name is Shankar, but he is writing as Shumkar. Why, Prabhu? This numerology. As per numerology, Shankar is not good. Shumkar is good. Mahadeva's name itself is Shankar. It's so auspicious. But this guy is saying it is inauspicious. You should call him Shumkar. Simply as per their likes and dislikes. And the fourth parameter is logic. They take decisions based on their logic. For example, I met with a youngster, a college going guy. He came for a class, satsang. Actually, he did not come for the class. He came to pick up his mother after the satsang is over. So his mother was sitting there, he was waiting outside. He came little early. His mother was saying, but I will not come. Mother is calling, come. For the full 20 minutes, that guy stood there, standing like this, like a statue. He never came inside. Then his mother came to me and said, Prabhuji, can you please advise him? He is not at all interested in all this satsang. So I called that boy. He said, no, satsang is over. You come, I want to talk to you. So he came. I said, why you are not participating in satsang? And he said, I don't believe in God. I asked him, what is your name? Krishna. I don't believe in God. I said, why? Because, Prabhuji, there is so much suffering in this world. Many children are born handicapped. Suddenly there is an earthquake. So many people are dying. Suddenly there is a plane crash. So many people are dying. If there is God, why God is not preventing all those accidents? If God wanted, you could have prevented that earthquake, no? You could have stopped that plane crash, no? He did not do that. So that means there is no God. So how did he reach this conclusion? Logic. As per his logic, if God is there, then he should not allow any accidents to happen. No one should fall in the bathroom and break their bones. Even if you put atom bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it should not explode. Even if you jump into the ocean for suicide, you should not die. If God is there, that is his logic. Nothing should happen to him. How is the logic? Is it good? It's a foolish logic, isn't it? But people simply take decisions based on their. So these are all the wrong things. Sometimes even devotees do that. So you should not base your decisions on four things. What are they? What is the first one? Tradition. Second one. Culture. Third one. Mood swings. Fourth one. See, Bhishmacharya was a wonderful devotee. But then, in Mahabharata war, he fought on the side of adharma. Isn't it? Even though he was a wonderful devotee, during the war, he fought on the side of adharma. Why? Because in that Kuru dynasty, there was one tradition that the people who are born there, they should always be on the side of the king who is ruling that Kuru dynasty. Whoever is ruling, the support should be given to that king. So Bhishmacharya very well knew that it is adharma that is being followed by Duryodhana. But since he wanted to follow that tradition, what he did, even though he knew that is adharma, he stood on the side of the cow. And did he suffer for that? How he suffered? He was lying on the bed of arrows, I think almost for 40-45 days. How painful it is, isn't it? Suppose you are asked to lie on a Dunlop mattress for 45 days continuously, day and night. Will it be good? Continuously, 45 days, beautiful bed, spongy, AC room, but you should not get up for 45 days. Everything will be supplied to you. Food will be given to you through a tube. It will be put inside. Excretia will be collected through a tube. You don't get up. It will be nice? No. So think about Bhishma Dev's pain. He was lying on the bed of arrows. That particular spot is even there now. In a place called, where is it? Where is that spot? Kurukshetra. How many of you have seen that? There is a temple there. And in the temple, the deity is Bhishma Dev lying on the bed of arrows. So Bhishma Dev took decisions, even though he was a Vaishnava, he took decision based on tradition. Now the second thing is culture. Culture. What happened to us? When Dhritarashtra sent an invitation for the game of dice to Dharmaputra, Dharmaputra immediately accepted that offer. You know, actually, what Dharmaputra should have done before accepting that offer, he should have consulted Krishna. If he had consulted Krishna, what would have happened? Two things would have happened. Either Krishna would say, don't go for this game. Don't accept this offer. Isn't it? Or Krishna will say, you accept the offer, but I will play on your behalf. You accept it. Isn't it? So the Pandavas would have been safe. Nothing would have happened to them. But then Dharmaputra, there was a culture among the kings that if an invitation comes for a game of dice or a Dvandva Yuddha, they should immediately accept it. Otherwise, it's like a shame for the Kshatriyas. So Dharmaputra followed that system, and did he suffer or not? How he suffered? He lost his kingdom and 13 years mosquito bite in the forest. So he suffered. And then what is the third criterion? Mood swings. As per your likes and dislikes. Mahabharata war has ended. And Ashwatthama is very much ashamed because he couldn't do anything for Duryodhana. He was an utter failure. He's a Maharada. He can even use Brahmastra, but he couldn't do anything for Kaurava army. Utter failure. So then he went to Duryodhana. Duryodhana gave him a tough glance. What does that mean? Means what? What is the use? You simply was here on our side. No use. Ashwatthama was very much ashamed. So he decided on his own that somehow I should please Duryodhana. In order to please Duryodhana, what did he do? He went into the tent of the Pandavas in the night like a coward, and then 5 people were sleeping there. In the dark, he misunderstood them as Pandavas and he killed them. On the previous day, Krishna called all the Pandavas. He said, today we will go for an outing in the middle of the night at 10 p.m. Pandavas said, why Krishna? Now we are, tomorrow morning we will go plan the outing. No. It's a night outing, bonfire, picnic. Come, let's go. And Krishna is always like that. Suddenly he will come up with some idea. And Pandavas are used to that. They said, okay, let's go. And they went for the outing. And these 5 Upa Pandavas were sleeping. So why did Krishna plan an outing on that night at 10 p.m.? So this is what you should understand about Krishna. Sometimes Krishna will give some awkward instructions. As per our logic, doesn't make any sense. But then all the same, we should follow. Only if we have faith, we will be able to follow. Once, one man, he was a devotee of Lord Krishna Bhakta. And he was going for trekking in the mountains. So he was trekking, he was climbing up. He reached almost the summit of the mountain. And then it was a very peaceful place at the top of the mountain. Nice breeze, nice scenery from the top. So he thought, I will sit here for some time and enjoy the breeze. But then he was also looking at his watch. The sun was already setting. He should now climb down, otherwise it will be dark. He will lose his way. But he thought, half an hour more. And there was a beautiful rock on the hilltop. And he was very tired because of the climb. And there was a beautiful breeze coming from the valley. And he thought, what is wrong in stretching my back for some time? I'm tired. So what he did, he lied down on that rock. Nice breeze. And his intelligence told him, don't sleep off. You have to get down. It is getting late. If it becomes dark, you will not find your way out. He said, I will not sleep. I'll be very alert. I'm just relaxing for 5 minutes in this cool breeze. And he relaxed. After some time, he opened his eyes. He relaxed with the eyes closed. And he was looking at the sky. And the sun was slowly setting. And he thought, I'll close my eyes and relax for 5 minutes. And he relaxed for 5 minutes with his eyes closed. And after some time, he opened his eyes. And on top, instead of sun, he saw a moon. What happened to the sun? The sun already set and the moon already rose. He thought he will relax for 5 minutes. It was hours together. He slept off. He was so tired. Nice breeze. And it is dark. Now this guy is scared. Pitch dark. How will he Go down. He doesn't know. He can't see. And he thought, I have to somehow get down. Otherwise, wild animals may come. They will attack me. So he started walking down, but he couldn't see anything. So he walked down. Suddenly he fell down. It was a steep fall. Fatak, fatak, was, falling down. He was falling on trees, crashing the branches. He's falling. Then he called Krishna, save me. He's falling and he's calling Krishna, save me. Suppose you are falling. Will you call Krishna or Ayo? What do you call? First Krishna or second Ayo? First Ayo, then Krishna. Ayo Krishna. But this guy is somehow called Krishna, save me. And luckily, he got hold of one branch. And he was hanging in midair. Like this. He can't see anything. And he's for sure, if he lets his hands, leaves his hands, he will die. He will fall into the ravine and die. So he's holding on to the branch. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. He's sweating. Now what will happen to his hands? He's holding on like this. What will happen to his hands? It will start aching, paining. And he understood that slowly the pain is increasing. He will not be able to hold on for long. Then he again called, Krishna, why don't you save me? I'm your devotee. Save me. Then he started crying. Sincerely, he started praying. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then suddenly he heard a voice from the sky. My dear boy, don't worry, I will take care of you. Oh, really? Where are you? You will not see me. It is pitch dark. Even in the daytime, you don't see me. What about night? Then how will you save me? Don't worry. You just leave your hands. I will take care of you. He said, what? I don't want to go to heaven now. I have a marriage to attend to. I have so many plans in my life. I am so young. I am not ready to come with you, Krishna, now. He somehow saved me. Krishna again said, the voice again said, don't worry, I'll take care of you. You just leave your hands. But this guy never left his hand. He was holding on to the branch. Time passed. Finally, he couldn't hold any longer. It was so painful. He left his hand. He fell down, hardly some 10 feet down. That's it. He had already reached the bottom of the mountain. It was just 10 feet away from the ground. That's what Krishna said. You leave your hand, nothing will happen, I will take it. But he did not have it. So he suffered so much holding on to that branch so long. Isn't it? So we have to listen to the instructions of the Lord, how much ever awkward it may look like. So anyway, why did I tell you this story? Huh? Why did I tell you? We were talking about one personality. Who was he? We were talking about Ashwatthama. So Ashwatthama killed the 5 Upa-Pandavas to please Duryodhana. And then he immediately ran to Ashwatthama, Duryodhana and said, see, I have killed them in the sleep. Duryodhana said, what a coward you are. You are a shame for our Kaurava side. Will anyone do like this? This is an abominable act. Will any Kshatriya kill another Kshatriya in the sleep? You have fetched unending shame to our family. Go away. I don't want to see. So Ashwatthama made a decision based on his own like and dislike. He thought he can please Duryodhana. Did he please Duryodhana? And afterwards, what happened to Ashwatthama? Did he suffer for that decision? How he suffered? Ashwatthama was captured by Arjuna, and Ashwatthama was born with a special jewel on his forehead. And Arjuna plucked out that jewel. It was so painful. And then he was sent away. And even now, Ashwatthama is hanging around in the Himalayas with the blood and pus oozing from the wound. He is suffering because he took one wrong decision. So sometimes one decision is enough to give us pain for our entire life. You don't need 10 decisions. One decision is it. So we should not take decisions. Vaishnavas should not take decisions based on our likes and dislikes. Then what is the fourth thing? Logic. Karna, he was on the side of Duryodhana. And Krishna went and told him, Karna, you are actually a Pandava. You should come to the side of the Pandavas. Kunti Devi went and told him, Karna, you are a Pandava. You should come and fight on the side of the Pandavas. But did Karna listen to either Krishna or Kunti Devi? No. Why? Because his logic told him that you should not cheat your friend in the time of an emergency. That's what his logic told. And he took that decision. And did he suffer? How he suffered? He was killed. He lost his very life. And even though he had so many wonderful qualities, he is never talked in high esteem, even now. Does anybody talk in high esteem about Karna? Do we advise our children? You should be like Karna. You should always fight on the side of adharma. No, we never advise our. So Karna fetched a permanent disgrace despite his good quality. So we should not base our decisions on logic. So then how to take decisions? How to take decisions? Our decisions should be based on Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Then your life will be blissful and happy. So if we have to take decisions based on Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, then we should know Shastras. We should listen to Guru and Sadhu. Otherwise, how will you take a decision? Isn't it? So it is very much important that we read scriptures, we know what is dharma and adharma, we need to have a guru, we need to listen to sadhus, then only during the time of an emergency, we will be able to take the right decisions. Otherwise, we will take decisions based on tradition, culture, mood swings, or logic, and we will end up in making wrong decisions and suffer for the entire life. So if that should not happen, we should very seriously study Srila Prabhupada's books and attend satsangam and hear lectures. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Do you have any questions? Okay. Hare Krishna.